The world has ended, and it's ending again. 300 years ago, the cataclysm brought ruin to the world of Krynn. In a single day, an age of wonders came to an end. Countless innocents died. The face of the world was reshaped, and the gods themselves faded into legend. Through ages of struggle, the peoples of Krynn survived, but the world isn't what it was. Those nations that remain linger in the shadows of their ancestors' wonders. Only slowly have they begun to push back centuries of darkness and rediscover how the world has changed. Then came the dragon armies, legions of soldiers devoted to the wicked god Takisis, the Dragon Queen, and the world faces ruin once more. The War of the Lance has begun, and in a conflict between gods and dragons, a wounded world hangs in the balance. Heroes, you are about to embark on a journey that will lead to new friendships and bonds that could last a lifetime, but also fight unimaginable foes that Krynn has never witnessed before. Nova Fulbright, a celestial warlock who was given a spark of divine power from Paladin himself at the Silver Stairs, now studies at the university in Palantha to one day become a mage of high sorcery. Huck Morgan Monroe, an ever-curious kender who learned artificing from the gnomes of Mount Nevermind, joining their ranks in the gnomish Foreign Legion, pledges to make the world a better place through destruction. In tribute to his mentor, Ispin, wields a replica of the famous Green Shield. Sarlacc, the Goliath barbarian and champion of his clan, ever weary of the lands beyond the frozen tundra of Ice Riach, ventures out into a world where only a few have heard tales of the great Goliath clan, and even fewer have met one. And Kato, a samurai from the far lands of Taladas, quiet and observant, but quick to act on his emotions, follows the path of righteousness. With leaving a destiny behind in Taladas, now finds peace in becoming a knight of Solamnia. You all gathered at the Trial of the Barb, Nova's first real test in becoming a mage of high sorcery. This night comes every year and a half during the Night of the Eye, when Krynn's 3 moons align. The only one not in attendance tonight is Ispin Greenshield, who had a hand in bringing all of you to know each other. Unable to wait any longer, you enter to see what trial the Barb has in store for Nova. When you enter the large circular room, you quickly discover that an invisible shifting maze surrounds a golden key hovering above a pedestal in the center of the maze. At first, this seems like your only way out. However, from your studies at Palanthas, you recognize part of the runes on the wall as the Knock spell. Reciting this spell in front of the exit opens the door back into the Barb, finishing the trial faster than any other initiate. Nova is given a scroll that is not for her eyes, but she is to deliver it to a mage in Kalaman. She was also given a spell book that was dropped off before her trial by an interesting old man. The book is blank, except for a silver triangle emblazoned on the inside cover. Upon leaving the Barb, a messenger brings a letter with disheartening news. Ispin has peacefully passed away in his retirement home in Vulgar. Huck, visibly upset about this news, chooses to leave immediately to attend his funeral. Everyone else, also grieving over this sad news, agrees. On your journey, while resting one night, you each shared a vision with subtle differences. In each vision, a fallen soldier is clutching an amulet, but for Nova, the fallen's eyes turn to a liquid silver. For Kato, the fighting in the distance turns into an intense sound of war horns. Sarlacc sees feathers falling from the sky like snow, and Huck hears the echoes of hammers striking anvils. You awoke to find your belongings scattered in the woods with the amulet from your vision now part of your items. As soon as the amulets are picked up, a wave of energy flattens the vegetation around, revealing an ancient ruin. Aligned on the walls of the ruins are broken statues. 4 of the statues start to fill in their missing parts with a blue galaxy-like substance which makes them whole. Each of you gets a sense of tunnel vision, and your god speaks in your head. Sarlacc is asked by Chislev to protect the order of nature. Huck listens to a story from Reorx on how the Kenders came to be. Cato is asked by Kiri Jolith, or known by his tribe as Kuwan, to fight in the name of righteousness and seek to root out evil wherever it might exist. Nova has a question for her divine god, Paladine. She is struggling with what path to take, if she should follow the white or the red robes. He assures her that whatever decision she makes will be the right one. You each get a sense that the gods cannot influence this world to protect it without people that devote themselves to their causes. Upon exiting, the ruins disappear and a wash of divine power rinse over each of you, unlocking powers that lay dormant inside. Approaching Vogler, you come upon a frantic farmer that is yelling that he and his companions were ambushed down the road. Upon reaching the site, Cato realizes that the soldiers that were traveling with Reese were Solamnic knights, and charges into battle, slicing 2 of the injured lizard-like creatures down. Sarlacc, in a rage, follows Cato's advance and overhears one of the Draconians say they were in a hurry to report back to Fire Eyes after not finding what they were looking for. Huck rushes into the woods and constructs a crude catapult and starts pummeling the Draconians with logs, while Nova focuses her Eldritch Blast on her enemies. Huck attempts to gain knowledge by capturing the last creature alive, but its rude manner only leads to Kato staying true to his words to Kuwan, to root out evil where it may exist. After the fight, Cato hears a whimper under the broken caravan. A frightened adolescent wolf is cowering underneath. Using his animal handling skills, he ties a piece of rope around it and lures the wolf out with food and water. Could this be the beginning of a new companionship? Where did this new threat of Draconians come from? What adventures might Volgar hold for our heroes? Only time and exploring will tell.